Welcome to City of Heroes, and it says that I said that locally, level one brute, looking for team, because I hit the Alt F9 keys to start recording. So interesting. And so, okay, here we are, City of Heroes. My little hero here is Calvin Cutter. He's a kind of reluctant hero. And let's see. Here is where we, see what other people are saying and what we said. So we see here this person here, Hazel, is an 18 level tank looking for group. That's what LFG stands for. I have no target and no mission. Here's my compass though. Here's my health bar and my, mana bar, energy bar, endurance. There you go. And since I'm a brute, that's what I am. This character's a brute. Used to be that good guys, which this hero is, couldn't be a brute. Only villains could be brutes. But they changed that a long time ago. And here's my experience bar, meaning I have nothing in my experience. Here's my experience level, which is 1. And I have fury going on, which is always on. And basically what it does, it's a feature of a brute that the more I fight, the more angrier I get, and the tougher and more lethal I get. So the difference between like a brute, which is kind of a halfway between a scrapper type archetype and a tank. A tank is a hero who, like a Superman, just he can take all the damage, right? Superman I guess deals out a lot of damage, but doesn't deal out a lot of damage necessarily, but can take it. So the role of a tank is to taunt the enemy and have them attack the tank so that the others can do their job. A brute and a scrapper is a archetype that deals out a lot of damage. So they're kind of tough, but they're not as tough as a tank, and they can get overwhelmed pretty easily if you're not careful. And so you want to be careful with them getting in fights, but the scrapper has a higher chance of getting critical hits. So the brute's kind of in between the two, and the brute doesn't necessarily get the higher chance of critical hits, but they get the fury thing going on. All right, so down here in my action bars, I have, so he is a swordsman and shield bearer. And you can see here, this is my shield deflection power. These are my different powers. A hack power, an apprentice charm, a brawl, and sprint. This I can toggle whether I'm getting XP or not, and I do that because I don't want to out-level different areas of the game, because because they want you to kind of get through the lower levels as fast as possible and into the higher levels, because this is an old game, and so they want people who they want a higher level of characters, I guess. So you can easily out-level different mission tiers. So we want to turn that off because we want to go through the story arcs. And then, I don't know, these are seasonal things. So one of the great things about City Heroes is that they do different things based on different seasons. So there's that whole Halloween theme that occurs during Halloween season. And now we're in the Christmas season, so we have this holiday spirit, which gives me debt protection. So I don't really have to worry about that. Any debt you incur is reduced. This effect will last for 2 days of gameplay after being affected. So I have one use. Basically, if I die, every time you beat somebody, arrest somebody, whatever, you get experience points. And then if you lose, you get defeated, then you get what is called debt. And you have to work off that debt of experience points before you can start gaining experience points again. However, you don't do that until you're level 10. So I, don't have to worry about it until I'm level 10. Death from Below. Somebody's looking for Death from Below, and which is a good kind of group for this guy here, for for starting out level. But it's an experience gainer. Farming. There you go. Experience farming. You can really get a lot of experience out of that, and you pass up in your story arcs. So we're not going to do that. And then we have Holiday Cheer. What does this do? This is a gift you can give to someone special. All right. And then we can look at this guy. He's a science mastermind, and obviously he is, let's see, info. He is a beast master. Beast mastery and empathy, so he's a healer. Rook Nuzlocke, one of countless escape projects from Cray. Bitflip was created with the psychic ability to communicate with and alter their physiology. And they just created them. Okay. So we come over here. We can buy certain things from this lady here. And, okay. Show me your wares. That's what I want. And so she just kicked off a healing power. So what we don't want that. What we want is oh yes, and we want your utility. I think yes, we want inner inspiration. It's free. If you do not own Mystic Fortune or Secondary Mutation, if you own either or both, then they cost 50,000. So we're going to buy that. Come over here to my powers, and I'm going to put that Inner Inspiration here. So here we have what are called inspirations. This gives me free inspirations. I'm not going to use it right now though, because I don't really need it. And this quest will give it to me anyway. So. All right, let's get on with it. Oop, 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 oop. So we have a crisis going on here, and we need help desperately. Some thugs took an experimental drug, thinking it was something else, and now they're trashing the area. We have to regain control to ensure the safety of the citizens. Okay. We need an antidote for these berserk thugs. I've collected this blood sample. Please take it to Dr. Miller. He's marked on your map and compass. So this is just telling me what I do. I'll accept. Dr. Miller's just down the street. Give him the sample and see if he has anything further for you. We have a crisis going on here and we need help desperately. Some thugs took an experimental drug. Oh, yeah. We already read that. He's repeating himself. Sorry, I was having to cut a lot of things. Here we're going to sprint. So we can go faster. Because I was getting interrupted with phone calls and other stuff. Thank you. This sample will help our research immensely. Since you are new to Paragon City, you should familiarize yourself with the way hospitals work here. There is an information terminal in front of Rivera Medical Center. Next to me, you need to read. All right. Cool. The Medicom is a state-of-the-art analysis and healing device. It will analyze the current medical status of a friendly target and teleport them to the nearest hospital upon defeat. Equipping every hero with the Medicom patch is the only thing keeping Paragon City from being overrun. If you have an associate that can revive you, you may wait for that instead by not clicking OK in the dialog box that appears upon defeat. I forgot I was going to read our bio. So, this is my character description. Look, I do not know. I bought this regular-looking sword and shield from a flea market to dress up for the local Renaissance fair. On my way to the Renaissance fair, I started to walk by this group. Well, yeah, the cursors and stuff don't work so well anymore. It's an old program. I started to walk by this group of skulls. Being a local nerd, they pretty much left me alone, just stealing my pocket change now and then. They knew I was not worth the trouble. Plus, I'm sure they thought maybe they could recruit me when I got older. Sensing evil, the sword and shield came alive. Turns out the pair are magical and they work together. They are on some eternal quest to destroy all evil. It took control, and the next thing I knew, I was standing over a bunch of unconscious skulls. The sword and shield calls to me, whispers in my mind. I cannot resist the call. I must will them to destroy evil. Take pity on me. I just want to go back to school and forget all of this. But I cannot. I must serve the sword and shield. So, that's the concept. You're just a young kid who accidentally bought this magical sword and shield combo. Yeah, we have to turn in the thing. So, excellent job. What did you call yourself again? Was it Calvin Cutter? That's pretty original. You seem to navigate well. So let me tell you about the map. Click the map button and bring up an overhead view of the zone. The map. Here? Oh. Oh, right. We wanted to do this anyway. So we can kind of see where we're at. Okay. Did that. You can use your compass on your map to find Officer Parks. By selecting Officer Parks as a contact, you can receive tasks and information from him. When your current contact is happy with your work and can trust you, they will introduce you to their friends, who in turn will have more work that needs to get done. Use this to keep adding new contacts as you adventure in Paragon City. Okay. So I can do my missions here. I'm going to put that here. And then here's my contact. So if I select him, he shows up here like this on the map. Which I think he was anyway already. Jump! Jump! Yeah! Jump! Jump! See, so the magic of the sword and shield gives me these superpowers, ability to jump so high. Here he is. Hello, Officer Parks. You must be Calvin Cutter. I sure hope you can help. First, let me explain how to use your powers. Your powers tray located at the bottom of the screen contains an icon for each of your powers. Or explain that. Left click the icon to use the power, or right click the icon to learn about the power. You can use the power tabs to add new powers to your tray whenever you receive them. Alright, good to go. Good to know. Things are getting out of control, and I can tell you need to learn all about combat, Calvin Cutter. First, I want you to learn about how tough things can be by talking to Professor Hoffman in front of the deactivated robots right in front of me. Then talk to Lieutenant McReady for your combat lesson. Then I want you to come back and talk to me. Okie dokie. Standing right over. And he's talking about, here we have some deactivated robots, these guys here, and we can attack them. Gray means that they're way weaker than me. Green means they're 2 levels weaker than me, at least. Blue means they're 1 level weaker. White means they're the same level as myself. Yellow means they're 1 level stronger. Orange is 2 levels. Red is 3. Purple mean they are vastly superior to us. And then there are different levels. There's minions, lieutenants, bosses, etc. Even if a lieutenant is like my level, he's still tougher. Same with the bosses. Now go see Lieutenant McReady and learn about how to deal with your foes. You can pause and read that if you would like. So you're Calvin Cutter, eh? Well, I've been told you need to learn a thing or two about combat. First off, you need to target the enemy you want to attack. Yeah, okay. You can read all that. We'll just demonstrate it. This guy's a purple, so obviously much higher than me. Orange, purple. I think they're only orange and purple. So we'll come over here and we'll fight this guy. First, we'll activate our shield. That's our shield we just activated. Okay, I don't know why we did that again. And let's pull our sword, and we missed. And it's recharging. That was me trying to use it again when it recharged. There it goes. Then I throw that at it, and then I kick it. So there you go. Alright. Okay, so Professor Hoffman told you how to consider targets by the colors, and Lieutenant McReady showed you how to use your powers in combat by targeting something and clicking the power. Sounds to me like you're ready for a task. There's a riot going on, and we need all the heroes who can help to lend a hand. I want you to take down 2 contaminated thugs in a hot zone to the southwest behind the fences. There's one right there. Woo! Alright. Notice this is growing. It's because I'm getting angry. Getting furious. It says return to contact, so that's what I'm doing. Great job, Calvin Cutter. You did pretty well back there. And notice as more time passes by without me fighting, this goes down. And that went up because I gained experience. Let me explain more about combat. Most attacks deal damage, and the damage you can take is represented by your hit points. You can see how many hit points you have left by looking at your hit bars. Yeah, that's what I was all talking about right there. And okay. I already explained all that. Click here to accept Sergeant Hicks. You should go talk to Sergeant Hicks, Calvin Cutter. Alright. Officer Parks. Put away our shield. Can we jump? No, we can jump higher than that. Jump over. Sergeant Hicks. Hey there, Calvin Cutter. When I was a hero, I learned a thing or two. When you defeat a foe, you may receive inspirations in your inspiration tree. These can help by giving you hit points, endurance, and improved attacks. To use one, left-click on the icon of the inspiration. To learn about an inspiration, right-click on the icon. Okay. I'll give you some inspirations to experiment with, a damage one and a healing one. Just click on them in your inspiration tray to use them. You can detach any window by clicking detach by, okay. I'm just saying if I click the red, no, this button, I can detach it from here and put it wherever I want. Okay? And then you can read all that. So, got these two new inspirations. One's for damage and one's for healing. Alright, let's go take on 4. Turn off our sprint. So, notice that one, I hit him once with the sword, took him out. And that's because my fury is getting stronger. And so as it gets stronger, the more damage I do. Okay. I'm not trying to intimidate you with my sword out. Good job in those thugs. As a reward, I'll give you something called an enhancement. You can use enhancements to permanently improve power. Click on the enhancements tab in your power tray to see enhancements you have collected. In that display, click the manage option. Okay, and I'll explain that in a minute. And you can use any of the training enhancements you find, but other types of enhancements can only be used. You can pause that. I'll explain it in a minute. You can read that if you want. Come over here. And enhancement level. Combining enhancements. Invented enhancements. So again, you can pause and read that if you'd like. Now we got another enhancement. Now that you know about combining, I'll give you another of the same type of enhancement I gave you earlier. You can try combining the two enhancements for practice. If you need to refresh your memory, you can always check out that terminal in the future, or read up on enhancements in the game manual. Looks like Coyote has learned something about the drug. We introduce a new contact. So I gotta find Coyote. Alright. Well, let's go to enhancements. Let's manage. This is all that he was saying. So these are training enhancements. They're only good for level 1. We quickly out-leveled them. So they do damage. They enhance damage. So I can put them on brawl or hack, but not deflection, because deflection doesn't do any damage. So let's do that. Put it under hack. And then I can, and then I can click here, brings this up, and I can say, yeah, combine. Oop. Once I select that, this guy becomes available. Since they're both the same level, I get a 100% chance of success. Combine them. Now they're considered level 2. Green, meaning that it's higher level than I am. So it gives me even extra benefits than otherwise. Coyote. So these guys, they're asking like PI room for one. So yeah, pause. That's asking for a task force. Looks like you are learning your stuff, Calvin Cutter. Let's finish this job with one last task I'd like you to undertake. We're doing some digging and found an abandoned office where the thugs were given what they thought was a common street drug. It was actually a Richti mutation drug. As you know, the Richti have been a constant nuisance to us since their failed invasion last year. I spoke with Dr. Miller and he says he can create a cure, but we need the original formula for the mutation drug. I believe the formula is on a computer in that office. I want you to go in there, clear out any enemies you find, and find the formula in the computer. Another hero named Flower Knight has already made her way into the place. She's been in there a while, so she might be in a bit of trouble. If you rescue her, she should be able to help you clear that place out of contaminated thugs. Once you complete the mission, you can click the exit mission button to immediately exit the mission without having to run back to the exit. Okay. I've marked the abandoned office on your map and compass. Left click on the door to enter. Find Flower Knight. Defeat any enemies and click on the computer to find the formula. Bring the formula back to me at once. Looks like... Oh, did he just repeats himself? Alright, Coyote. 354 yards. That's what I thought of that. Jump up on top of that truck. That's what I think of that. Couldn't give me a close one. Make me run across the map. Oh! Almost ran into that wall. Okay, we're going to turn off our sprint because that uses endurance. And, you know, the blue bars are endurance. We don't want to be using that unnecessarily. To target this guy, notice he's a yellow. You say, hey, come in here. The thing about the broadsword is that it's a little slow in the recharging. Oh, missed. She shot him. Let's see, I hear a glowy. That's what these things are called that you interact with. Glowies, because they glow. Okay, found a clue. Ah, I got him before you did. Oh! Cleared him out. Got to level up. Mission complete. Fantastic. And so what Coyote was saying, instead of having to run back to the door and get out, I could just exit. And I don't think, like, if I click on her, yeah, see, I can't talk to her. But you could read that. You can pause and read that. That's like too much to be reading. I mean, it's not too much to read, but it's too much to read when you're trying to just get on with the game. I think we go this way. Let's sprint. Yeah, because oh, Coyote's here. Oh, we go this way. I was headed for the hospital. Hey, Coyote. Fantastic. I'll take this formula to Dr. Miller so we can finally end this nightmare. We'll start processing the antidote right away. I see you have enough experience points to reach level 2. Notice the arrow in your status circle. Right there. You need to visit a signature hero to raise your security level and receive new power. So let's visit Miss Liberty in Atlas Park. And this is Atlas Park. The place where, yeah, I don't need to be a helper or help me. A place that if you're not, unless you're playing a villain in the City of Villains or the Paragon branch, this is where you end up. If you've done the tutorial. If you haven't done the tutorial, you come straight here. And Miss Liberty doesn't normally look like that. Like, that's because of the season. These are all different players, different people around the world. Somebody's doing some kind of power, now we're all bubbled. You can see here, we barrier core epiphany. So we click on her. You're doing great so far, Calvin Cutter. Keep it up. Train to a new level of power. You're ready for security level 2. You become powerful enough to learn new power. You'll also gain fitness and rest. Fitness will, sure, use my fortune. That gives me a special power. Fitness will make you run faster, jump higher, and recover quicker. Rest will allow you to quickly heal your wounds, but you'll be left vulnerable while doing so. Visit a trainer whenever you level up to increase your abilities. After training, you will need to gain 333 experience before training again. So she read my fortune and it gave me a random power, and it is the Magician. So if I look here, your fortune, the Magician. The Magician is a scholar wise in the ways of the world around him. The Magician stands for creativity, spontaneity, and self-reliance. All your damage powers and control powers, including holds, mobilize, stun, sleep, fears, and fuses, have increased the duration. Also, all your defense debuffs, speed debuffs, and hit debuffs are increased. Additionally, any speed buffs, 2 hit buffs, and all endurance modifying powers are also increased. So they got that from that pay-to-win vendor that I got my, enhance my inspiration token from. So let's see. These are the powers that we had chosen whenever we created the character: hack and deflection. And now we want slash. You perform a quick slash that can reduce the target's defense, making him easier to hit. This attack causes moderate damage but has a quick recharge time. And okay, go out there and bring those thugs to justice. So it showed up here. I'm going to replace this here. Yep, I'm going to leave this at 4 this time. Here's my rest. I'm going to move this up here. So that's whenever I get beat up a lot, and endurance, I can run away and rest and gain that back. Okay. I'm all like this because she read my, like I'm ready because she read my fortune. See, I don't have any enhancements. Yeah, just inspirations. All right. There's the big Atlas statue. Yeah, let's go over here. Big Atlas statue. He was a hero. And City Hall. Okay. Jump. Jump. Let's go to City Hall and get a mission. Oh, Father Time wants to talk to me in Pocket D. No, I don't. I'm not wanting to talk to Father Time in Pocket D. Because I don't think I can really, like, get there even. Go over here and read this. No, we don't read this. We get a badge earned. We got Patriot Badge. You have seen a statue of Cassiopeia, a heroine recognized as a citizen of every country on Earth after she single-handedly saved the world from a rogue comet. We also got home for the holidays. You feel the warm and comforting sense of returning to a familiar place filled with cherished friends and traditions. Oh, I should log in with all my other heroes to get that badge. Being a VIP in Paragon City has many advantages associated with it. Alright. See, I'm magic, and so this is it. These enhanced logistics for insight for tactical excellence. Magi, Modern Arcane Guild of Investigation. So this is where I go for my contacts. It is my belief that you are destined for greatness, Calvin Cutter. Why, thank you, I think. I'd rather just go back to school. Myself and others here at the Modern Arcane Guild of Investigation have sensed a disturbing trend. The Hellions are making rapid headway in their bid to take over Atlas Park. These Hellions are thugs who've discovered some source of dark mystic powers and used them to enforce their brutal reign of terror on the streets. I need you to take on the Hellions and show them they aren't welcome. Alright? We'll do that. These Hellions are playing with powers they do not understand and care little for who gets hurt. I'd recommend you begin first by battling them on the streets of the city. Defeat 5 of their number to introduce yourself to them. Yeah. I'm gonna introduce myself by beating on them. Hey, how are you? Let me introduce myself. Smack. How's that sword taste? Crack. How's that shield taste? Whoop. Now we're gonna talk to this guy. So I jumped from a pretty high height, so that took 4 damage because I jumped from a high height. There's a lot to be done before Atlas Park is returned back to normal, Calvin Cutter. Let's get to work. Alright. What was lost? Part 1. Demons and Gangsters. Man, as if we didn't have enough problems with Galaxy City. The Hellions are terrorizing a neighborhood nearby. The majority of the Paragon Police Department are too busy trying to contain the situation in Galaxy, which is another city. And we've got a ton of refugees in that area trying to take shelter. We need your help in taking back that neighborhood, Calvin Cutter. Just tell me where to go and I'll help those people. They're in one of the... Matthew Habashi seems distracted for a moment. He shakes his head, gathering himself. Sorry. They're in a neighborhood to the west of Atlas Plaza. We've got to thin out their numbers. Then what remains of the PPD can take control of the situation. Be careful, Calvin Cutter. The Hellions aren't your run-of-the-mill gangsters. These guys are demon worshippers. Well, alright. Demon worshippers. Better equip my shield. Whoa, all the snow. So this is not usual. All the snow, but you know, it works for the season. Alright. Hello, let me introduce myself. Oh, I gotta defeat one more. We're gonna get in a fight. And this guy's a lieutenant. Let's see. See? It says lieutenant. There you go. Put my shield away. And back. I see I got return to contact. Oh, this one I got a bus gang leader and crew. Oh. Oh, I gotta run through all these guys. Put on my shield. So, lots of Death from Below teams running today. That's good, I can think. Hello! Let me get rid of my sprint. Oh, there's a whole lot of them. Usually there's one right here. Oh, see, he hit me pretty hard there. What, do I have the difficulty set higher than normal? Normally there's only one over here. Missed. I mean, I don't mind. It's no big deal. Just curious. Don't have time to go around the stairs, man. Smack you with my shield. Take the elevators. Got everything on fire. Just wonder everybody isn't choking all the smoke internally. Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Found a clue. Mission completed. Now I get mission completed. And I leveled. Yay. Yep, somebody must have just cleared out a bunch of those guys there. And so I'm on the server called, what am I on? I think Everlast? I'll have to look. But it's a role-playing server. Guy wants me to check out day jobs. Glad to see you've taken the initiative in this matter. It is no surprise that the Hellions already consider you a threat, Calvin Cutter. This figure you found is an Ushabti. Ushabti, whatever. Such statues were buried with the Egyptian dead. It was believed that they would perform their master's work in the afterlife. The Egyptians were no strangers to magic, and some of these Ushabtis are used hibachis are invested with great power. I don't understand where the Hellions would get such an item. This will bear further investigation. Alright. Then I get a choice. A seer here at Magi came to me this morning out of grave concern for our associate Sarah Peters. According to the seer, Sarah Peters is about to suffer a life-threatening incident that can be prevented by a simple warning. We warn the citizen of the imminent peril. Or I need you to go talk to the Atlas Park security chief. He has information about the current situation here in Atlas Park. Your compass will guide you there. So this one takes me to fight a faction that I hate fighting. But Circle of Thorns. But it's not, they're not too bad. What's bad is it leads you into an underground cave that is huge and takes forever to even find anybody in it, one. Two, to finish it. So we're going to go talk to Atlas Park security chief. Please listen carefully to the security chief. If he has a task for you, it will be very important. Alrighty. Let's go over here. Let's see, we've got some enhancements. Okay, so this gives me range. I don't have any range powers, so we can sell that. And I am of a magic origin, and notice this here says under third line, gadget, technology, natural. So that's why in red underneath it says you cannot use this enhancement because of your magic origin. And you can tell the technology and natural by the two different sides there. Like this is natural and magic. So, that is magic, that's the natural side. Can't use that. Increase our recharge rate so that we attack faster. And I don't really have a use for that right now. Can't use that. But I can use that. And that's a single origin, so it's just magic. And I think we'll hold on to it though till we're, well, we can do it now. Replace that, because as soon as I level up, because I'm now level 3, it will be lower level than me, so might as well go ahead and do that now. I'm going to talk to this guy and sell these that we can't really use. And here we can buy these from him. You know, they're level 5, so they're not very high. I don't remember if this guy will like level with me or not. I don't remember. But there you go. And basically what they're talking about day jobs is that if I log out in a certain location, I will get a job there. Alright, and let's see now, we come over here and we talk to this guy because we have this return contact. Thanks, Calvin Cutter. The PPD are in the scene now and handling the situation. The alien said something about Atlas Park being next to fall. Seriously? Can't we catch a break? If it's not meteors destroying the city, it's a group of demon-worshipping punk cultists saying the end is nigh. Looks like we're not out of the woods yet. It sounds like the Hellions are either planning something big or they know something big is about to happen. I'll admit, I'm kind of new to the whole business of taking down criminals like this. I was just a guy working behind a desk before the Galaxy incident. I think I have an idea of what we can do next, however. What are you thinking? Officer Nelson is taking charge of the PPD's cleanup of that neighborhood. He'll know about anything going on with the Hellions. I'd go talk to him. Oh yeah, here's my cell phone number. You can call me at any time. This way of communication is much more efficient. So contacts, they give us our phone number, then we don't have to run back and talk to them. Okay, off we go. Jump. Because it's fun to jump. So now all the aliens are gone and there's the police, you know, arresting these thugs, these gangsters. Officer Nelson. Calvin Cutter, right? I heard you're responsible for helping us take back this area. We all appreciate it. You and Matt are already doing a lot of good for the city. They can set an example for those lazier heroes. It's a shame that his wife Dana died in Galaxy. But anyway, we could use more of your help here if you're willing to give it. Wait, Matthew's wife died in Galaxy? He didn't tell you? Doesn't surprise me. He's a very focused guy. I don't know the details. All I know is that he said she didn't make it. If you want to know more, I'd ask him. Will do. What can you tell me about the aliens? The aliens are over in Prometheus Park right now. We've got reports they've kidnapped several people and are trying to take others in the park. Someone has to stop them, but we just don't have the manpower to keep this neighborhood safe and go after them. It'll be up to you to make that happen, Calvin Cutter. I'm on it. Leave it to me. So here we can look at the clues we've learned. So one of the Hellions threatened you after you took him down. You all can't stop what's coming. We know what we're going to get. We've been told what's going to happen next. Galaxy is just the first step. Atlas won't be far behind you. You'll see. And then Officer Nelson mentioned that to you that Matthew's wife died in Galaxy City attack. All right, off we go. Jump. I'm not going to say jump every time I jump. At least I hope not. Go! Right to a fight. That's just a wandering gang of creatures. This is who we're really looking for. This guy. And he triggered because I got within his awareness range. Tip found. You received your first tip. Okay, very good. I'm gonna take down 4 of these guys. Missed. Okay, get to the Hellions' underground cavern. Run across the ice here. Slide across the ice. Normally, we would be swimming, but, you know, it's Christmas time. What's the clue say? One of the victims you rescued spoke to you about the caverns beneath Prometheus Park. You have to do something. The Hellions have made a home for themselves in those caverns. They said something about using it as a place to store some artifacts until they were told to move on them. Please, I don't want what happened to Galaxy to happen to Atlas. Now somebody went in here before I did, so they will have taken out. See there, the Witch Wild, level 3. Oop, hey, how you doing? So, notice she took out all those guys in the way here. You find an artifact that exudes dark magic. It seems the aliens are using this to perform some sort of dark magic in the caves beneath Prometheus Park. You notice a small label on the side of the artifact reading Property of Magi. Well, yeah, they're getting their items from you, Magi. Maybe you shouldn't be careless with your magic relics, huh? Oh, I forgot to go level up. That's funny. So somebody says, looking for PI team or farm. Should be looking for caps lock key. So they wouldn't get it, so they wouldn't be tapping in all caps. Okay. Contact. Now I'll see I can call it. Father Time. Matthew here. Oh, Calvin Cutter. Good to hear from you. What's going on with the Hellion situation? I found that artifact they had. Looks like it belongs to Magi. Great. I mean that to be sarcastic, by the way. The Magi Vault in Galaxy City was destroyed during the incident. There's probably hundreds of dangerous artifacts floating around Paragon now. At least we've got one of them. We're getting reports, however, of more missing people. Probably the Hellions' work. Cursed artifacts, crazy cultists, missing people. Never a good sign. You're right on that one, Calvin Cutter. We need to find out where the aliens are keeping all these people. Did you find out anything else? Yeah, what happened to your wife? If you don't mind me asking. My wife? Nelson told you, I'm guessing. We were in Galaxy, Dana and I, when the incident happened. We were trying to get out when a bunch of those monsters separated us. I had distracted them to give her the chance to run. We were split, but I thought she would make it to the evac point. When I arrived, she wasn't there. I tried to wait for her, but Longbow and Vanguard reported there were no survivors and then took us all away. When I got out of Galaxy, the FBSA put me straight to work on helping Atlas. All I can do now is try to push forward and fix things here. There'll be time for morning later, right? I suppose so. What's next? Well, I think I have an idea of what we could do next. It's a little crazy, but I think it might just work. What do you have in mind? We need to find one of the Hellions' bases and get information on what they're planning and what they're holding, where they're holding those hostages, without them knowing about it, which means we'll need to get yourself some information and a disguise. Okay, you've got an idea on where to get both? I just might. We're getting reports about aliens loitering around one of the tunnels nearby. An eyewitness said that it looked like they might be guarding a possible supply cache. So if you take down Hellion informants, you can find out where their cache is. After that, you could disguise yourself as the informant to get in there and find some information. If we go incognito, we might be able to catch them off guard. And by we, I mean you. Sorry. There you go. Alright, but first we're going to slide on over here and go level up. See, I told you I wasn't going to say jump every time I jump. Okay, level 3. Now here we don't get any new powers, we just get to add enhancement slots to powers that we can maybe later enhance. And so we're going to do 3 here. We only get 2, so there we go. And before I started leveling up, somebody I think tried to read my legend or something. Probably Vixen Van Dand. That's a funny name. But since I was going in there, I missed it. And now we have all of these inspiration slots, so I can go get 3 more. Alright. Okay. Trying to figure out what we're doing next. So we can come over this way and get another badge. Right there. We got the Hero Core Insider. Oh, tipped off. You received your first tip, earning yourself the tipped off badge. Now we've got Hero Corps may be controversial in their methods, but they can have good information for aspiring heroes. And no tip. Wait. Oh, contacts. Tips. Investigate. Tourism in Atlas Park has recently boomed to unexpected levels, with people from all over the world coming to experience the heart of Paragon City for themselves. As a result, these little visitors' guides have become quite the common sight in the area. Colorful and attention-grabbing, loaded up with all the latest information and culture going on. With one of these on hand, you're ready to see and do everything Atlas Park has to offer. So, having no pressing matters, you spend a moment distracting yourself with a reclaimed visitor's guide. You come across an editorial detailing different heroes who fell in the line of duty protecting the city during the First Richte War. You recognize several names, including one you would not have expected to find listed. This piques your curiosity, and you decide to check out the spot where they made their last stand. Honor the fallen yet undefeated. You try to picture Atlas Park, but with its sky completely darkened by the presence of innumerable alien invaders bent on your annihilation, imagining a fight exhausting every ounce of your strength until the sheer number of enemies overwhelms you. It is an understandably unsettling thought. Alright. Oh. Oop. That's a super boss. And you came running over here. I'm surprised he didn't attack me. But guess maybe only if I'm fighting him. Man of Marble, level 7 is fighting him. Okay. Looks like Man of Marble's probably gonna die. Yep. And I can't help him. Too high a level for me. That creature had one shot smacked me. There's an informant. Let's take out his lackey first. Kick him. Kick him again. Miss. Nope. He knocked me down. A shotgun blast. Too much for my shield. It was too powerful. Even though I blocked it with my shield, knocked me down anyway. Here I am in my disguise now. Hey, fellow aliens. How you doing? Doing alright? Don't mind me. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just here to pick up this box. You sift through various items belonging to the aliens and find documents detailing something called the Ritual of Souls. There are details here on where the ritual will be taking place, that it requires 4 pure souls, and that it will summon a powerful demon to cause chaos and destruction in Atlas. There's also mentioned that an outside source gave the aliens the components to perform this ritual. Just, retrieving something from that box. Don't pay attention to me. Hey y'all, boss sent me to go get some eggs from the store. Be right back. Great work, Calvin Cutter. We found information about something called the Ritual of Souls. That doesn't sound good at all. But at least we know where they're going to be performing this ritual. What worries me is who exactly gave the ritual to the aliens. We can worry about that later, however. We have some more pressing matters to deal with. There's no time to lose, Calvin Cutter. We know where the aliens are preparing this Ritual of Souls. We need to get in there and put a stop to them, once and for all. The most important thing is to stop that ritual and rescue the citizens who were kidnapped. There's one other thing I'd like you to look into. What is it? I'd like you to see if you can find out who gave them the ritual. If someone supplying the aliens were something this dangerous, who knows who else they could be helping. That's all assuming you can stop the ritual. If not, well, we'll have bigger problems on our hands than who is giving these guys rituals. Probably should go talk to Pocket D. Father Christmas. But I don't want to. Pocket D is such a mess to try and get around in. So here they're talking about Red Side mission. That means they're playing as a villain in the city of villains. The car just gonna just run me over. Hey Chopper. Not so tough, are you? Kicked him right in the gut. Thanks very much. Every week someone's trying to steal my purse. You're welcome. Normally, I would always be turning off my sprint because it uses endurance. Not much, but it does. But for a brute, it's vital to get around from one fight to the next as soon as possible. So you don't necessarily want to turn it off. That way, your fury bar doesn't drop as much in between fights. Don't get in the fire. Don't get in the fire. Cinderburn. Burn this. So let's see what he say. Cinderburn says, "You should all feel honored. You will open the gateway to the other world." Cinderburn, "I will not be stopped. Not when I've come this far." And then I whacked him. Can anyone hear this? talk. Anyone there, please? I don't have much time. You're going to find me at any moment. I'm here with other survivors. Please, someone needs to hear this. I'm here. My name is Calvin Cutter. Who's this? Calvin Cutter? Oh, it's so good to hear someone else. My name is Dana Habashi. Dana Habashi? Matthew's wife? Matthew? He's safe? He got out of Galaxy City? He is. Hold on. Let me get him on the communicator. Now the mission's complete. Get your communicator and radio in Matthew Habashi. Listen. And then you can read this as they talk. What? Where? We're coming to get you. You and Calvin Cutter need to hear this. Arachnos has captured survivors of Galaxy City and they're... Can't read that fast. Bam, bam, bam. If that went too fast, you can also read that. That's it. Let's call our contact. Well, we saved the day, Calvin Cutter. Those people you saved will be safe and the aliens' plan to stop. I just wish that there was some answer for my wife, that we knew where she was. If only I was able to go back and find her, none of this would have happened in the first place. She'd be safe. Your wife's alive, Matthew. It's not too late to save her. Level up. And you can pause and read that. You're right. You still have a chance. Not everyone can say that, right? But we also need to make sure Atlas is safe. I'll work on my end to see what I can find regarding Arachnos, what they're doing, what they're planning, and where they're holding my wife and the other prisoners. I know some people who could use your help right now. They're fighting the good fight in Atlas, but they're losing. Well, who are these people? One of the people who need your help is a man named Officer Fields, a rookie cop who was part of the Galaxy City PD, and another is a woman named Sandra Costel. You only have time to help one of them, but don't worry, there's another hero who was inspired by your actions with the aliens, who's going to help whoever you can't get to. Okay, I'm gonna help Officer Fields. Are you sure? Yes. He's new to this whole thing, but hey, so am I, and we did a good job together, right? I'll let you know when I found out some more information about Arachnos activity here in Atlas. So the reason I chose Officer Fields is because he's close to the security chief. I can knock that out all at once. Hello, Officer Fields. Hi, you're Calvin Cutter, right? Matthew Habashi told me all about you, how much you helped with the aliens in Atlas Park and Prometheus Park. I'm glad you're here. We've got nothing but trouble over here in the promenade. This place was once known for its theaters and music halls, but many of them have closed over the past few years due to the high rates of crime. Things aren't getting any better with what just happened. What's going on? Well, we've got a murder case in our hands. Larry Bott, an actor known throughout the promenade, was found dead in front of a nearby office complex. The real shame is that his brother, Joseph Bott, has also gone missing since the meteors hit Galaxy. I was going to investigate it myself, see if there was any connection, but, well, I still get kind of sick around bodies. I haven't formed that hardened cop fortitude yet. But I was top in my class, Calvin Cutter, and I can smell something bigger brewing here, and I don't like it one bit. Well, what are you smelling? Larry was playing a big role in a charity play being put on for victims of the Galaxy incident. I think someone doesn't want that event to go off. The one thing that bugs me is why. Who would want to stop something that's just trying to help people? Anyway, you should go speak with Detective Pierce and investigate the crime scene. I'll be here following up on any leads that might arise. Okay. Yep, see now here, did I attract those dudes? No, okay. Here's the security chief. Here's a briefing sheet and the situation at Atlas Park now. Get out there and help take out some aliens. If I were you, I'd try looking for them in the Promenade or Prometheus Park. So, defeat 5 aliens. That'll be easy. Calvin Cutter, heard about you from Field. Sure, wish they'd give us something more here than the fresh recruits, but yeah, what are you gonna do? We've got our victim over here. It looks like he was trying to run away from something or someone after being badly injured. Whoever did this delivered a killing blow, took out one of his kidneys, and then left. We've got a witness here, but she's refusing to answer us. She's saying that we can't protect her if she talks. No more faith and all that. Maybe if a hero talks to her, she'll think differently. Can you give it a shot? I won't put away my shield. See, this way she'll see my shield. Know I can protect her. I told them I'm not saying anything. Just standing here will make me a tar. Wait, you're Calvin Cutter, aren't you? The one who stopped the aliens? Do you think, would you be able to handle what's going on here? That you'll protect me from the people who did this? I will. Just tell me what happened. I was out here this morning when I saw that man being chased by the Vasilok. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. They yelled that they couldn't let his parts get away. I hid behind a dumpster and watched as they killed him. Then took his kidney. It was horrible. There were a few of them. They said that this would do nicely and that it was time to bring the parts back to the guest. They went into the sewers nearby. Calvin Cutter, you have to find out what's going on. I don't want to be the next victim. I just want to be safe. Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this. But not right now. Oh, hey, here's a present. It's gonna blow up. Oh, I've been naughty. I don't think I've been naughty. But maybe. Alright. Well, I am going to go left. Jump in the car. Run from the car. Maybe I should go see Pocket D. You know, the only problem with the Pocket D is it's kind of a maze. Kind of confusing. Let's take a shortcut. What? See, I can do that too. Hoi. Put away our shield. Thanks. Now I got what? A fool. Gives me all these bonuses. Turn up to a new level. And so now I'm going to choose flight. No. Sorcery. And we're going to choose Mystic Flight. So we can get around better. So it used to be when this game was active, you know, before they did this revision, this revival of servers and stuff, before they shut it down, that you had to wait till level 10 to get a travel power like this. Man, life could be hard. So we got the sorcery flying power because, you know, it goes with the theme of the magic sword and shield. Let's fly up here. And we'll get this badge. Top dog. Top of Atlas statue is the first place many flying heroes will go. Yeah, because you get a badge for it. And we'll come down here. And we got the Freedom. The flag. This flag was crafted from Statesman's Cape and donated to Paragon City to replace the flag destroyed by the invading Rikti. It now flies over Paragon City Hall to honor the sacrifice made by Hero One and the rest of the Omega team. And the sea. Oh. Alright, well, when we go back to the sewers, we will also visit, we'll do the tourist thing. That person is invisible. Notice level 35. She's a natural widow. Normally, they would not be allowed over here because they are normally a villain. But quite a while back, of course, they made it so that excuse me, I had to cough. They made it so that your villain archetypes and hero archetypes don't really matter. You can play them on either side. You can play as a hero with some of the villain archetypes, vice versa. Which I'm doing because this is a brute, and a brute is normally a villain archetype. It was back at the beginning. Alright, this is Pocket D. And I don't know what Pocket D's all about. Some people really love Pocket D. I don't know. I don't get it. It's supposed to be neutral territory. Like, I guess, well, it still is. So your villains and heroes can come here and mix and do joint missions. I believe. Yep, see, like, it's a hero, blue, role playing, and she's probably a villain. No, Scrapper. So I don't know how come her thing is purple. Alright. Oh! Downstairs. What? Oh. See what I mean? What? I gotta try and find Father Christmas. What? So he wasn't up there, but he's not down here either. Oh, am I supposed to talk to her? Okay, Mercedes Sheldon. Same girl, different club. Okay. Father time. Where? So there he is here, but see, that's why I don't like Pocket D. Like, I don't know. How do I get to this dude? Oh, I earned a badge. What did I earn? You received a copy of the mysterious duplicating gift from another. Don't forget to pass it on. Okay, what, am I supposed to go down into there somehow? Is there an elevator? Yeah, that just means I left. Go through the portal. Oh, well, let me go through the portal. Oh, I gotta click it. Cannot enter, so I can't go through the portal. So that was just a little themed thing there. All right, so yeah, here's my comment to developers. Yeah, get lost. I'm not spending my time trying to figure out how I get around in Pocket D. I mean, wasting my time, man. Just wasting my time. I'm not doing it. So your father time, whatever mission it is, whatever thing you want me to do for father time, it's called, yeah, not doing it. And then, see, now I'm like over here in Kings Row because I couldn't remember how I got to, where the entrance was back to Atlas Park. Yeah, I just want to go over here. The train station. It's because it's such a maze. I mean, I suppose if you're in there all the time, you'll know. But I'm not. So, as a newbie, I'm like, I don't know where to go in here. Quit making it so mazy-like, huh? Is that a word, mazy? But yeah, I'm not playing your silly get lost. And you can kiss my shiny barbarian shield. In the meantime, we're gonna go logging. That's all for today, maybe. Or come visit here. So, that whole day job thing. If I log off here, and I'm here for a while, log off for a while, and then I come back. When I come back on, I'll have a day job. All right. Let's see what else is going on.